I'm at a hotel. Reward points, boy.
Oh, nice.
Yo, we're live. What's up, boys?
Yeah, Hilton's the best. Well, I'm gonna get my IG stream.
I'm debating between moving to Austin, Texas, or Mexico City. So I'm kind of feeling Austin out. But
or come back to Miami. Yeah.
The jiu-jitsu here is insane, man.
Oh, that's true.
I'm rolling with like the goats out here.
Cool.
They're like literally like the best in like literally like the second best person.
It's like the end of the world. I know a guy who went and trained there.
Yeah.
Cool. What's up? We got 18 you guys in here so far. If you guys got any questions, feel free to fire away in the chat. We're going to be on for 45 minutes or so. So any questions you guys got, please let me know. My boy Jason in here. My boy Colin in here. What's up, everyone on Instagram? How are you guys?
What's up, Bill?
Oh, Bill in the building tonight. Bill, have you been pumping out the videos lately? You better have.
What's up, Dova? What's up, Sadiq?
Sadiq was pumping yesterday. Sadiq had his best sales day yet.
Sadiq's always pumping.
Yeah, Dova, you had a pretty good day yesterday too, I believe. I think I saw your post on Instagram as well. Hold on, what's up?
Y'all see my rant yesterday?
I saw the thumbnail, or I saw the name of it.
Dude, I went off. Somebody commented on one of my shorts on YouTube about how like selling books on Amazon doesn't work. And it was like the same person from like 5 years back. And I'm like, dude, like you've been doing this for 5 years and like you're just shitting on people. Like it made me so mad. Yeah.
Amazon recently gated items that I've sold before and required to get ungated once more. I've actually heard of that happening to a few people as of recent. The nice thing is you can just re-ungate. It actually happened to like basically everyone on Lego like a month or two ago.
Yeah.
Do you have any tips, Miles? You probably, I don't know if you've experienced this, but there's certain brands that like don't exist. They're like fake brands that people use to make listings.
Yeah.
Do you have any tips on getting ungated in those?
I would not sell those.
Yeah.
They're usually like the Wild West.
Yeah. There's like a $ Nike brand. I know that's one example.
I created that.
You can sell on that one. That one doesn't get into it.
Oh, I agree. I do sell.
Yeah.
There's quite a few brands out there that do this and like they're getting traffic.
Yeah.
They're getting lots of sales.
But you also got like are you talking about like private label bundles, or are you just bundling your random Chinese product?
There are actual brands that exist, but there's people making like new listings under like a different brand.
Yeah.
And usually they're ASINs that the brand's not selling themselves. So
interesting.
I heard people do eBay to Amazon flips. Is this only for used items? No, which is actually something I learned last week as well. So a lot of our friends that do it are doing like DVDs and stuff like that and electronics, some of which are used, some of which are new. Right there. How to compete
DVDs in new condition? Those invoices are gonna have a hard time from eBay. I would stick to used.
The nice part was, that's just what Steve was saying. He was explaining how you also do a ton more ASINs, so one matters way less to you too. But he did also mention that he was moving away from DVDs. It was more like electronic.
Calculated risk.
Yeah.
How to compete with sellers who are sourcing same items but have 300 units, they could kill you on price. No, they can't typically, because if you're sourcing for the same buy cost, that's like not really, like doesn't really make sense essentially.
He's probably talking about wholesalers, like on OA listings.
Well, in that case, yeah, you got to figure out how to wholesale that, right? Or, sell OA friendly brands or only brands and such. It'll be okay. I've never heard of bootleg DVD. Yeah,
it definitely exists.
Did you take loans for your business? Yes, Amazon loans. Pretty helpful over the years. Actually, I think I've taken like 3 or 4, basically. My first capital issue, I maxed out my business credit card. What should be my next step? So you want to audit your risk tolerance, right? And also your skill level, and decide if, you're interested in pursuing more of that in terms of whether it be like an Amazon loan or something like that. Why is DVD sales an issue? Because there's tons of fake DVDs. I guess if people are buying DVDs in 2023, they clearly like, you're probably the type of person that like, would know or different things like that.
Yeah. Used counterfeit claims are very hard to get past. New counterfeit claims are usually an attempt to kick you off the listing. So if you get a counterfeit claim on a new item, you can usually show the retail receipt or the invoice from the distributor. But with used items, it's their word versus your word. And so with used textbooks, DVDs, you can't really argue them. Like, what are you going to do? Show a Goodwill receipt or eBay receipt? It's hard to do.
Yep. Clarify, sellers should have 300 units versus you having 10. They got down to below cost. Well, in that case, you're kind of just screwed unless you lower your price, right?
Yeah.
So if you don't lower your price, there's a chance they come up. and such, but rarely are you ever going to run into it, especially in arbitrage. That's going to be very, very rare.
You don't have to match low price either. You can get buy box at higher prices. Some listings allow you to have buy box. Like if you look at the Keepa and the new price is flat and the buy box price goes up and down, that's a listing where they rotate buy box evenly to all sellers.
I agree, but then there's the issue of, okay, say you're a new seller, it's your first item, your delivery dates haven't caught up, you don't know how delivery dates work, you know what I mean? It gets
right.
Like there's obviously nuance right there. Is there a way to filter and find products sold by many sellers? Yes, it's called Keep a Product Finder right there. Mia, have you been spitting game on the timeline lately? I hope you have. Who you with? So I'm with, I'll show you guys actually. I'm over here on YouTube with the gang right here. Boom. Romer and Warner right there. Go check out their pages too. Warner, Romer, can you give us the 360 POV real quick?
I don't know. I just cleaned this. Don't judge me too hard. I just cleaned
himself here.
And my webcam's like.
Oh, that's a trench hotel. Yeah, that's
the trenches. Yeah.
No, this is Hilton, bro.
I know. Hilton's nice, but you have such a lack of natural light in there. Yeah.
This is Homewood Suites. I got the kitchen. I got the stovetop back here. I got mangoes in here, dude.
How much do you really need to start with LA? That's about like $1,000.
That's a life hack. Having a hotel with a kitchen.
You got to start with what you got, right? And that there's always going to be an excuse not to start. Time, capital, knowledge, whatever. You got to start with what you have. If you have less than $1,000, go to the thrift store and scan some books, right? You'll figure it out. If you have low capital, that's even more of a reason of why you need to start learning valuable skills, start a business, start side hustling, etc. Because you need it even more, you know.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna
get your scans up on SellerAmp, get your scans up on Scout IQ, like whatever software you're using. Like if you're complaining about this business and you don't have like 70,000 scans on SellerAmp, like Miles, like you have no right to complain.
I don't know. I mean, 70,000 is a ton.
I just threw that number out there.
Yeah, like
I have like 1.2 million.
yeah, that's got to be the record too. Like I mean, I'm in there every day, like multiple hours a day.
Yeah. Well, it's like if you're claiming you don't have results, look at your SellerAmp, see how many scans you have. I didn't know Mark Zuckerberg was also an Amazon seller.
Yeah, Mark's he's going to Goodwill scanning books.
Yeah,
he's doing bulk books.
Dude, you know what I like to think of? It's like who are y'all's favorite entrepreneurs?
I'd say
Musk, Steve Jobs.
Hormozy, Gary Vee. Yeah.
Okay, Hormozy. If Hormozy was an Amazon seller, what would he be doing? Like, what would I like to think more of like an innovator, like Elon Musk. Like, what would Elon Musk do in the online arbitrage space? Like, truly think if Elon Musk could only do online arbitrage, what would he do?
Well, he would have a network of warehouse
products.
Yeah,
dude, they would just dominate the game, and they would come out with like so many different things that we're
or software. Or software for LA people. Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I told a girl on Hinge that I own the Tesla of Amazon selling app because she was like chirping me heavy.
Are you flexing your software on
Hinge? No. She was
testing. What's your conversion rate on Hinge?
Well, it depends if I'm going in. Are we personalizing the outreach?
You running PPC on there?
No. You got to personalize the outreach. You would make
we need a SellerAmp swiping right on Tinder, bro.
Dude, 19,000 searches is a ton. That's why you're getting.
This might be a really stupid idea, but I thought about what if like SellerAmp or some other software had like a Tinder for items. You swipe right, swipe left based on the profitability, sales rank, all that stuff. And you just swipe all day on products.
That's funny.
You put the filters in, you scan, and it just gives you stuff to go through.
When you delete sold items in your inventory, I really only do it if it's a brand I think might IP. Otherwise, I think it's a waste of time and it diminishes your chance of building like a replen catalog and such. But do it if it's a brand you would all think might IP in the future.
For sure.
Yeah.
You guys agree with that?
Yeah.
Cool.
I think you're right.
Yeah. It's like a waste of time. Like people, don't worry about that at all.
The reason why I don't practice it because I run a giant consignment business, so like my SKUs are really important. But I've had it happen a few times, and I've had people, even like my wholesale supplier, he recently got an IP complaint on a product that we're selling, and he doesn't even sell on Amazon anymore. And it's like 2 years later, and it's just because he had it in his catalog.
Yeah, we delete brands we don't really sell anymore, but that's it.
I think that makes a ton of sense too. Buc-ee's is a gold mine. That's lit, dude. The Badger.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the gas stations in South Carolina.
They're in. Are they in South Carolina too? We're getting one up here actually.
How's y'all's Prime Day going? Is today Prime Day? Yesterday and today?
Yesterday and today, very strong sales days.
Yeah.
Mine are too. But I also had a lot of product check-in, so I'm not really sure.
Yesterday was like 10K. Today's lower, but yesterday was pretty good.
Nice.
I've seen a lot of people printing on socials, which is good.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. Tell Romer I just sent some books his way. That's love.
Hey, babe. I wish I could throw my I made a bunch of ad libs. I always like to throw restrictedinventory.com when that comes up. I wish I could just hack Miles's live stream and just put all my ad libs on it.
How often do you get IP complaints? I've never gotten an IP complaint. Interesting.
Really?
Ever. Yeah.
Probably because you just sell one brand.
Focus. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of Nike stuff, Adidas stuff, Converse, right? I've probably sold maybe 30 brands or whatever. Like 10 of them are Bolos and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, other than that, I just keep it nice and focused. I play to my advantage, sales tax advantage. I know where product are coming from, right? Like for a lot of people, the answer isn't different. It's more, especially if you're like making money and stuff. Because the nice thing is scaling adjacently is the easiest thing. It's buy different products from the same websites or buy the same brand from different websites. An average of what percentage is profit? Yes. So a well-firing OA business should be around 15% net, depending on how much of the work you're doing and if you're prepping yourself. If you were doing all the sourcing yourself in a sales tax-free state and prepping yourself, the majority of the time, you could totally pump 20% net. Total, like not including cash back, but ain't nobody trying to do that. Like that's it's a small.
You'd have to grind for 20% net.
Big time. But that's the thing though, is if you're sales tax free.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
10 net is like the outsourced everything. 20 is like the I am grinding.
And there's like people on Twitter that'll like brag about that and shit. It makes no sense. But hey, what do I? Because like that's the thing. It's like it becomes like product. Yeah. You have the capital to buy shit, so why not just buy easy stuff?
It's about dollars per hour. It's not about the highest margin.
Yeah, my boy's dying in retail arbitrage. Like, there's a big debate about like driving miles on Twitter right now. It's like, dude, nothing. I want to drive no miles for the business. Like, what are the best coupon sites for OA that actually work? Yes. So the best coupons are not going to be on any coupon sites, right? They're going to be hard to find. However, the best coupon sites are Be Frugal and Capital One Shopping. I'll mute him right there.
That was annoying me so much.
That's production quality there, folks.
My sales tax is 10.5%. Can I expect 15? It depends what you buy, right? You're in control of what items you buy. It is going to be harder with that high sales.
I started in 10% sales tax. It's doable, but you'll probably want a prep center pretty soon. Yeah. Like, there's no reason not to. If you're buying a $50 item, pay $1 to have somebody else do the work for you, like
big time.
All day.
Damn, my boy Jason in the building. What up, Jason? What up, Derek? Derek, what type of numbers do you do in wholesale? Derek's an OG coaching guy from a year ago. Romer, are you going to go to ASD?
Probably not, no.
Bro, come on.
Pull up. You got to pull up.
Dude, I already got like
there.
4 commitments. I'm going to Costa Rica next week. I'm going to Tony Robbins. Dude, Taylor's coming to Tony Robbins this year. Miami Sellers Conference next year is going to be insane. After Taylor sees Tony Robbins events just get crazy and Taylor's never been. Jason, hit me up. I'm here in Austin right now. You're in Austin, right?
Where's Jason. Yeah, where's the Tony Robbins event? It's
in Dallas. If you want to come, let me know. We're going November 6th through 9th. Both of you, if you guys want to come.
Come in ASD for a couple of days.
When's ASD?
20 through 24 August.
Yeah, I mean, if I do ASD, it's just like, I don't know, I just want to sit down and grind,
Respect.
Fair.
Yeah.
He's doing 75K spend a month. That's awesome.
That's fire. Yeah. Beginner OA tips. Understand that basically nothing is going to be profitable at the price you see on Google Shopping, and that you're going to need some sort of discount to make it profitable. That's not a bad thing. That's a good thing, because that means other people won't find those products. Right there. Like, if I could say one thing about how to actually make money with online arbitrage, that would be it. Can you break down how to get started with the Prep Center? Go to cleartheshelf.com or Google Clear the Shelf Prep Center list. Click all the options in sales tax free states and call them. Is it better to start off with your own money or get a business credit card? Your own money, ideally, but I mean, it's pretty hard to screw up with a 0% interest credit card.
Yeah, and I would add, my best prep centers have been medium-sized preps where I can talk directly with the owner.
Yep.
You don't want a fresh prep center. That's probably the worst thing. They could be great, but you just don't know. And then if you have a prep center that's too big, they may not respect you as a client. So somewhere in the middle is usually pretty good. Don't use Tiger Lily Prep. I will say that on every single live I go on.
Is that the trailer park prep
The
center?
crack house in Montana. Also, don't use Sunbury Prep. That's also a terrible.
What's in the fridge? Romer definitely the type of dude to not cook, so nothing is in the fridge. I bet.
Oh no, I got. Dude, I'm on a carnivore.
We're getting a fridge tour on the stream.
Look at this. I can't even open.
Oh, that's a wine. Wait, that's
Check this out.
Yeah.
I got coffee, cold brew coffee, eggs, steak, and walnuts. Why the fuck are the walnuts in the fridge?
This is
And mangoes. I've been trying to eat meat and fruit. I feel so good when I eat meat.
Yeah, that's the way you gotta do. I bought and I got denied, I would say 30 times. Casper, you gotta call him, man, on information. When you say find coupons that are good to find, what's a good place to start? Definitely Google, as well as messing around with that website, Googling Walgreens coupons, going to walgreens.com/coupons. That's just an example. Like that's typically how it's done. And talking to other sellers is by far the best way. The nice thing is no one does that. So those of us that do just get all the opportunity basically.
Yeah.
Right there.
Costco cold brew. Yeah, James knows. Costco hustled me on their membership. They got me to sign up again.
Because of chlorine, yeah.
Dude, I had $1,200 worth of Costco memberships that year.
Dude, wait, yeah. How? Isn't it like $100 a year?
I paid for 30 people's Costco memberships.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How's the move to Miami, man? Oh, dude, fantastic. Yeah. Right now I'm like 20 feet from where Romer used to live.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Yeah, you're right above me. It's crazy.
Yeah, right above diagonally. Yeah. What other questions do you guys have? How do you handle returns? They just relist them through Amazon. The nice thing, Bonnie, is I know you're selling books, so you're gonna have essentially none with books.
So Bill Flipper is asking, what was my experience with Sunbury Prep? So Sunbury Prep, Eric, great guy. I maybe smoke a cigar with him, but with the business, it was terrible. At the very end, we had to transfer all of our restricted inventory for restrictedinventory.com.
We lost Romer Body.
20,000.
So they're hacking him. Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah.
You're the one tripping, Miles.
Oh,
Wait,
really?
can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, you're good. Really.
20,000 units transferred from Sunbury Prep to my new prep, and they just didn't respect the consigners' names. They didn't put the source on, so I don't recommend them anymore. It was really bad. So.
Oh, dude, Derek, yeah, you got to move out of Chicago, man. You'll love Miami. How do you go about contacting brands that require you to talk to them for ungating? Just reach out to them and be honest. You know, I see other people selling your products on Amazon. I'd like to as well. Let's get it rolling. You see the sun disrespecting going on right here.
How many items are replens versus new ones? It's like 75. It really just depends on time of year, like 50 to 75% replens.
Yeah. Still nervous. You're nervous about selling books. Just get the books for free. Pay
a buck, go to a thrift store, spend $50.
The best way to get books, the highest percent method, is Nextdoor. Go on the Nextdoor app, download that, verify your address, and post on there once a week that you pick up books. You'll get more profitable books, and you'll get the books for free.
Your grandparents were running on the streets of World War II. I promise you, you can try a business. I'm Oregon, no sales tax, looking for a prep center, but next to an FC since Cali has. What are y'all FCs located? Have any trend? Yeah, James. So the nice thing is, dude, being in Oregon, you can pump a ton of wealth with FBA. But for a prep center, go Delaware or New Hampshire. Right? Immediately for check. Unfortunately, right, just kind of how you got to do it. But take advantage of that no sales tax, man. Keep prep in-house as long as possible because you can get a ton of extra margin. Right there. Can you get ungated without an American address? Nope. But your prep center is going to be your American address. So you can get ungated like that. I found a plug back in the day. Exactly. Yeah. You got to put in work and you'll get results. People get rid of books all the time. You get them for free and you've been selling them.
Okay. Oh, I can see people coming from my channel. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the, you'll see the ones that aren't from your channel are going to have the little paperclip.
Okay,
right.
Those are the ones from my channel. So Carlos is from.
Well, no. The paperclip are the ones not from you.
Oh.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, we got some Carlos asking a book question. I figured he came from mine.
Probably. Yeah.
But no. It's got the little paperclip thing.
Oh, it's bodies then. Yeah.
I'm new to this business. I've been learning the fundamentals from some of your videos. How long would you say it takes to become profitable selling
Like
books?
Immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like send in good books, like starting out, you're excited. So you'll send in a bunch of crap, but just, send in 200, 300, 400 books and you'll be cash flow positive probably in
It's
your first
really
month or
hard to
two.
lose money in books because they're so cheap.
I mean, you gotta like really.
The only way you could mess up is with like sending garbage to Amazon that you have to get removed back.
And
as
even
long as
that's
you
fine.
verify that the salesman is there, like,
who cares? Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Buy cost is virtually nothing.
Yeah. What else?
International seller, can you get ungated without an America address? You'll probably want to have like a US LLC and then make that your billing address. But talk to accountant about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Any of you have a Lambo?
No.
I'd rather have an early retirement.
Now, sorry.
What are you rocking, Miles?
If I hit pay now, will it send the money to your bank account in like seconds? Not in seconds, but it'll send it next day. I do a lot of FBM. Can I do books profitably with FBM? Yes. However, it's going to be a pain in the ass and you're probably going to want to FBA the majority of them. However, that might mess up your restock limits. And we're going to be in, unfortunately, restock limit territory in about 3 months here. So yeah, you definitely can with FBM. It's just going to be harder. How much did everyone spend on their first wholesale order and what was the ROI on it? I did like 20K, but I've only done like one with one of my buddies and it was like, whatever, 20% ROI.
Technically, I did like $100 order back in the day.
Yeah, Warner probably lost money too. I remember the gun straps. I remember, dude, I spent like an hour looking for those gun straps after we Zoomed for the first time and I couldn't find them. Do you do quarterlies for your taxes? Talk to an accountant. Best category to find solid ROI replens. All of them. You just got to know how to coupon and get discounts on different websites. And I know that's not the answer you want to hear, but that's just kind of the actual fact of it.
Just start with something you know well. So if you're just starting out, Nate, then and you girlfriend's really into makeup or you like toys, like just focus on whatever you already kind of come from.
It's much easier to replan a product as like an ongoing sale that maybe only you know about, like a sign-up bonus or something, than it is like a one-time sale. Because those items, once they go out of stock, it's hard to replan.
Talk to him, Romer. That bro speaking facts right there.
Dude, that's the biggest issue I ran into last year. I went hard on OA, and I was like, all right, I got like 100 different leads. Let me replan all of these. I clicked on the store link, and all of them didn't have the same coupon, so I couldn't buy it again, or they were just out of stock. I couldn't restock them because they were out. So two big issues you'll run into.
Is becoming an Amazon seller easy? Yes. You go on Amazon Seller Central and you create an account.
Becoming one's easy. Being one is hard.
Being one is hard, yeah.
But either way, like, does it serve you well? If you're in the stream, you clearly care. So it's only hard if you say it's hard.
It's hard, but you got to put the work in. It's extremely doable.
Yeah.
That's self-defeating statements, though. You know what I mean? Like,
well, it's like jiu-jitsu practice is hard, but I go every day, and it makes me better.
And it's worthwhile because it gets you what you want. So
we're educating people, so we have an obligation to tell them it's hard. You can't tell them it's easy when it's hard.
But all right, but you're self-defeat. Like, all right, if you say it's hard, then subconsciously it's going to be hard. Meanwhile, like you see kids.
Maybe. I think it's easier when I tell myself it's hard. Like the moment I told myself content's hard, I started doing better at content because I was
you had already proven that you could make money. You hadn't proven to yourself, right? Like the vast majority of people aren't self-confident yet. You know what I mean? So how you talk about stuff is how it ends up being.
Yeah, get your first dub, put the work in. Don't tell yourself it's going to be easy. Assume you're not lucky, and just fucking work. The truth is, like, if you actually do put 8 hours in a day, every single day for like a couple of years, like it's inevitable that you'll have success. Like you guys are putting the work in, you guys are grinding. That's why you guys come up from nothing, But a lot of people out there expect it, to put in 5 hours a week and get results. It's like, treat this like a job. Your job's paying you $1,000 a week. Your job's paying you $2K a week. Why don't you put the same amount of effort you put in your job in your Amazon business? But nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to get the scans in.
And thank God for that, because that's why it's easy.
That's why we make money.
I mean, we all teach people. We've all had people enroll in our programs, and then 1% actually take effort, actually put effort in. Like it's ridiculous.
How do you scale with OA? You repeat successful actions, right? So if a website's working well for you, you find more of it, or you buy more off there, right? If a brand's working well for you, you look on that brand, or you hit up that brand specifically for wholesale, right? The short answer is you buy more profitable inventory, basically, and there's a lot that goes into that. and everything. But you find new websites, new discounts, new products, and if you focus on that, good things are going to happen.
Yeah. Kira's asking about restock limits. So it doesn't really matter yet, but the faster you sell products, the more space you'll get. So especially as you go into Q4, they'll be limited. So just make sure you don't have any like dead inventory. You'll be good to go.
Restock limits aren't an issue for you guys, right? Or
Well,
not
Not,
restock, but
not outside of
capacity.
Q4.
They will be, yeah. They will be probably about November 25th or October.
It could be different this year though, because the warehouses were a little. Yeah, the warehouses were.
Well, last year we didn't have capacity limits,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
That just happened this year. So this year we have capacity limits, and you can request more space.
Oh, no, I think it's.
You have to buy it now, which is kind of annoying.
Yeah, no. In the book, we were just talking about this on my pod. Like with the books, with booksellers, they request more space, and it's like like they have like some stipulation that if you request more space, you must have X amount of sell through. And mathematically, for most booksellers, it works out. Which I'm sure if it works for us, it'll work for you guys too. But yeah, you can request space, and it's like not actually that expensive.
Yeah. As long as you're
Because
selling.
they only charge you if you don't get like X number of sell through.
Why is everyone in FBA selling courses? That's a very social media centric view of things. Yeah, the market wanted it. Like people asked, so we
Yeah, well, it's just because you're only seeing the people that are talking about this on social media. So you're not seeing the other Amazon sellers who are making a ton of money off social media.
Why are they all moving to Miami? Come and see, man. It's the best city in America, and it's not even close. How do you scale if websites only let you buy 10 to 12 items? So that's a very, very good question. That's going to be a problem you guys are going to run into it that way, right? So you either have to figure out sites where you can do a bunch of small orders, right? Or figure out sites that you can do big orders on, right? And that's going to take time and experimentation. That's why it's very, very profitable finding those nuances. Right. So like typically, if a website limits you, like for example, Walmart, you can do a bunch of orders on, basically. And, a lot of people don't know that. How do I make a private label to support Amazon sellers, man? Hey, I got no clue, man. You got to write some code, family. You got to get in the lab, start chefing up right there. I'd be a lot richer if I knew. I can tell you that much.
It's a lot harder than you think as well. So good luck. Yeah, Instagram. Yeah, if you're getting DMs from us, it's not us. It's we will not ask you to cash app. Somebody DM'd me like, if I cash app Donna, will we start the one-on-one? I was like, who is Donna, bro?
Someone earlier this week paid Al Hassan Mahmoud $60 and DM'd me on Instagram, like expecting me to help him. Winter Garden, Florida is pretty amazing too. The nice thing is, thank you for bringing that up, because I believe that's near Orlando. And if I'm not mistaken, it's right near about 3 Nike outlets. So you, my friend, are lucky because you live in one of the best parts of the country to sell on Amazon, because you can dominate those outlets right there. So you got to get on that heavy.
Does roadmap cover prep centers, where to find them? Yeah, there's how to find them, what to ask them. There's a list of questions to ask them, pretty much all the stuff to get set up with preps.
Absolutely. How do you guys set up and structure your VAs to find and filter for profitable products? Yeah, so your VAs are going to be an extension of you, right? They're going to be good if you train them in the methods you're good at. They're going to be good if you introduce them to discounts or teach them how to find discounts, right? With different stuff. But yeah, if you guys want to talk a little bit more about that, because you guys got more experience with it. Good one.
About what?
Question, family. It's on the screen.
Oh, yeah, I think Warner's a pro at that.
I mean, so what you want to do is learn how to get really good at sourcing somewhere, and then teach somebody else how to do it, so you can go replicate it somewhere else, right? So you get really good at these 2 sites, teach somebody how to source those 2 sites, and then you go figure out 2 new sites. And then after 5 VAs, you're a beast at sourcing. Your organization's a beast at sourcing 10 different websites.
And then
just have your checklist of what you need. You want certain sales rank, certain sales per month, certain profit.
Yeah, be very, very clear. Like you need to set specific metrics, specific numbers for everything possible, so that you can refer back and say, hey, we're not meeting this, or you're awesome, you're crushing the goal that we agreed to on paper. Here's a raise, here's extra bonus, that kind of stuff.
Oh, here's the only anti-Florida argument I've ever seen. Yeah, the hurricane argument. Luckily, I sell shit on Amazon, so I'll be able to leave for the 1 week a year there's a hurricane. And I'm in like an apartment building too, so like I'm sure they have stuff for that. Basically, yeah, Dallas, I agree. Yeah, metropolitans in general, because you got wholesale, you got a lot of RA you can potentially do. I'd say the best areas in the country are definitely like New Jersey, Delaware. I'd say the big Pennsylvania, right? So you got like a bunch of good wholesale area and you got sales tax advantage. LA. In your experience, is buying on Sam's Club worth it? Yes, if something's profitable, buy it. Yeah, they actually don't have money.
Yeah, there's less moats, so be careful. Like stick to higher volume stuff. We've made plenty of money from Sam's. You just gotta I wouldn't buy the 30 unit stuff.
Remember that backpack I put you onto that was fucking fire, and I didn't buy it, and you made a bag on it? That was lit. Dude, hopefully those are there again. We actually got, because that was a week ago this week.
Yeah, let's check.
That was probably like July 17th. Yeah.
Yeah, it was because we were in Orlando.
Yeah, Miami was cool.
You guys prepping for back to school? Pretty heavy?
I'm answering the question 16 times a day, don't worry about back to school, just buy stuff that's profitable today. That's what I'm doing. But I mean,
because last year I started OA, you put me on that backpack that did really well.
That was lit. Bro, that shit's good right now from that same website. You can go buy.
Shit, all right, I'm gonna go do it.
I promise you right now, it's good. Yeah.
Say less.
Yeah, just gift card it too. Discount gift credit.
Places for funding to scale. A lot of the people are offering upfront payments and that kind of stuff are predatory rates. So I would stick with Amazon loans. If you can get a local bank, then awesome, but you probably won't until you got a couple years experience. Or once you're super confident, you can use the Plum and stuff like that.
Warner said, yeah, go to the feds, bro. Go to the feds. They printed the money and they said, yeah, 10%. Here's this money we created out of nowhere, 10%. Just get us back within a year. How do you compete against larger brands that have ad money to muscle you out of ad bidding? The nice thing is you actually don't spend any money on ads because we like to sell name brand products that people are already searching for on listings that are already getting sales. For private label, it's kind of a different story right there. Obviously it's an uphill battle if you're a new product, but other people have done it. So definitely you can too. Do you have any in-person conferences or masterminds coming up? So Romer, when's Miami Sellers Conference? January? Probably the last week of January. We're gonna get a date pretty soon. After this Costa Rica trip, we'll do a big pre-sale for everyone. So we'll tell you guys about that. But late January, early Feb. Cool. I think it's going to get saturated in the future. Not worried about that at all. If you're building skills, network, and capital, that's the last thing you're going to have to worry about. You want to be an entrepreneur. Hypothetically, everyone's right. Amazon saturated. You have multiple years of experience on college wholesaling and business it's not going to last 20 years. But take the 3, 4, 5, however long we get, take the experience and put it into new stuff. Yeah, you should be constantly jumping up an opportunity. We all started out selling books. You want to know how weird it is to tell people you're going to a thrift store and scanning books. But they didn't see the vision, and now they have to clock in while we get to sit and talk with you guys on a Wednesday night. How do you guys feel about brand new items with few sales? Okay, that's a very, very good question. So you kind of got to have a feel for if that item's going to sell well, right? For example, me, I can look at a Nike shoe and have a pretty good idea, right? Just based on the color, kind of the popularity of the model, just kind of knowing stuff, right? And everything. So if you're new, I wouldn't recommend it, basically. So everyone just rotates sales from the buy box, hence no ads needed. Yeah, for the most part. Yeah. Yeah. There's some special cases, but those are the exceptions. Just make sure it's check buy box statistics on Keepa and you'll be good. Have you ever used a self-directed IRA to fund a business? I have one and just wanting. That's neat. I would talk to a financial advisor about the legalities and stuff of that. I have no idea how that works. Average cost for a prep center, I'd say probably $1.60. Inflation wrecking the industry. Used to be a $1.20. Now it's $1.20, $1.50. Do you run VAs? I have 3 VAs right now. They're all helping with content though. The golden era of online entrepreneurship was the 2010s. There was also a quarter, way less people on the internet. It's That's
Dude, we have so much more technology now. It's cheating. It's really ridiculous with social media too, especially we could upload this pod to Opus Pro and just get a bunch of clips of us talking and post them in short form content instantly. Imagine what the future is going to be. Stay on top of the trends with artificial intelligence.
Let them know, Romer. The golden era is in front of us. And it's your golden era is what's important, not the golden era. Your golden era is what's important, which hopefully is ahead of you.
Oh, Matt, if you're already selling, then run up OA. But if you're limited on capital or anything, you should definitely take advantage of those 5 Walmarts, outlets,
Oh,
Nikes.
that's lit. Ollie's is lit. I know people are doing like 5-10 grand a month profit from Ollie's because they get another manager. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy out here. It's interesting. So, Romer, I think you skyrocketed our viewership because this is a very above average stream, and you're the.
It's a steak I'm eating. It's a carnivore diet.
It was the fridge tour. It was the fridge tour.
I'm gonna clip that fridge tour and post a short form of that.
Put it on Reels. It'll be on Reels.
That's the type of stuff these Opus Pro would clip. They'll clip like some stupid little thing like that.
I tried it a few times. My team uses it to find clips like as an idea, but we still watch it manually.
Because we are
The key is complete thoughts. That's the key. That's all it's looking for.
Yeah.
Do you use ChatGPT as a resource? Not yet. When can we start getting SellerAmp swag?
All my merchant fulfilled is handled by ChatGPT. I mean, my VA just copies the question. Actually, no, my VA just puts their answer to the question. But theoretically, we have a giant FAQ. We could just give it to ChatGPT, copy and paste the customer question. We could even set up an integration. I guarantee you, it would be able to spit out answers. But if you have a Filipino VA, you should be running everything through ChatGPT to fix any broken English at all.
Yeah.
I just sold. That's fire. What items do you recommend avoid selling? Items where the sales rank is really, really high, the price is going down, or the competition is skyrocketing. And if you can see the competition go like this, and then it randomly falls off, right? It's probably an IP complaint. Any product.
Or a fire product, either one.
Well, yeah, like the Lululemon belt bags actually do look like that, yeah. Is there any pattern for sales on websites, or are they random? It's unfortunately, it's so dependent on the site, right? I mean, if a holiday is coming up, there's a good chance most websites are going to have a sale. The nice thing is over time, you're going to learn the patterns for your favorite websites, right? It's going to be pretty effective. But a lot of them, like it's so case dependent, unfortunately. I don't really have a good answer on that.
Yeah. Also, on the SellerAmp swag, I looked it up. Naturally, our own listing got taken down because Amazon doesn't think we own our own trademark, classic Amazon. And I also just discovered there's a whole like black market ring of fake SellerAmp t-shirts.
That's dope.
There's like 5 people listed our logo as a t-shirt, which whatever.
Yeah, how we get shut down for it. There's a bunch of like crazy stuff like that, like how Google Ads accounts get shut down, like. And Facebook ad accounts get shut down, and it's just
that's every online platform right now.
Yeah, well, I know, but I mean, these are the most efficient companies in the world. Like from a market cap and profitability. Like, SellerAmp
stickers on the laptop. That would be sick.
Yeah, I really like that. Yeah, okay.
That's probably quick. We should work on.
I'm writing that down.
Yeah, rep your SellerAmp swag, guys. I was in Puerto Rico working out at Planet Fitness, had a SellerAmp shirt on. Somebody came up to me, talked to me. Turns out he does $10 million a year, private label on Amazon.
You about SellerAmp?
He doesn't use SellerAmp, but he knew about.
He knew about.
He knew you, but he didn't know Reezy, which I thought was really interesting. Like that was the first time I met somebody, and I guess it's because you're dominating like product research search
It's
terms.
it's like the old guard versus new. I think probably just
exactly, yeah. But anyway, it landed me a wholesale account through him, so
that's awesome.
Appreciate you guys.
Yep. So if you wear a SellerAmp t-shirt around town, you get wholesale accounts.
And Romer was getting with this girl in Colombia, and she still wears the t-shirt.
She still does. She's probably watching this live right now. She'll fucking share that on social media.
Wait, who owns SellerAmp? So. I own part of it. Warner owned part of it, and then our friend Al actually started it a couple years ago, and he's lives in Austin. Al Carlton is on Twitter. You guys can follow him. We don't really.
But you said Austin or Boston?
Austin.
He's in Austin, Texas.
Oh yeah, you guys are in the same city. Yeah.
Oh shit, I'm gonna go meet up with them.
Yeah, DM the SellerAmp account.
Yeah.
Or if you probably have their number. Yeah.
Yeah.
My bad. You linked up, like you set up like a whole event with them. Of course you have their number.
Yeah.
Got him drunk on the yacht.
Yeah. If your item's tanking, should I follow the tank or wait till it bumps back up? It depends how confident you are in that it's going to come up, right? And you're going to learn kind of over time looking at the price action. No, don't buy the Flex Control 4s from Nike unless you're going to FBM them. You'll make money on them if you FBM them. But
yeah, if you're fast, like that's the name of the game. Like a lot of stuff is going to be is going to tank, but you can be the first to the party and still make money. Like
when you're new, a lot of stuff will. Yeah, when you're only finding the easy to find stuff. Is SellerAmp a private label SaaS? No, my man, none of us do private label. Like we've been trying to tell you like the past. None of us do private label, man. It's for resale.
Flipping Halloween costumes doesn't have like the highest return rate of any product category.
That's what Scott was saying. Yeah. Like
it's like 25% or something like that.
Yeah, so it's going to be incredible.
Your margin would have to be ridiculous.
I feel like the people who dominate Halloween, dominate Halloween.
Yeah,
but there's such a barrier to entry with the unknown, if you get returns and all that. So
candy though is a great idea. Like a really good idea. Yeah. What part of Arkansas did you
Arkansas? My parents are not from Arkansas, so I don't have I don't talk like this.
Gary been putting in work lately on these
Who was that? Hold up.
It's Jerry.
Yeah, you know Jerry. Yeah.
No, I don't.
Yeah. I decided to go private label. Oh, that's fire. Yeah, all this stuff works. That's a nice thing. You know, it's all stuff works.
And the other part, like if you haven't done many sales yet, like start arbitrage and then turn that cash into like it's much more predictable cash in arbitrage. Dump, $5,000 or whatever you need for that product. If it fails, go make another 5 doing arbitrage, and then eventually you'll hit it with something that's good.
Yeah, like it's gonna be like private label has a lot more upside, but it's also a lot more risky, right? If you consider losing money risky,
you can lose a lot more money in private label.
You know what I mean? It's especially if you're low on cash, right? Like arbitrage, you can turn on and turn off as needed. It's kind of less of a snowball effect than private label, right? So I love the idea you get in both of them. If you're in the stream, we're happy to help.
Yeah, once you find a high return on investment product that sells fast, I've just seen this so many times, just like in our group, Miles, and just like the up and comers, my friends, like when you find a high ROI product that sells fast, that's when you just print like an absurd amount of money
and
in a short period of time.
Yeah, you learn you learn so much in that little period because it gets you so much more excited about stuff. So you do it more, and then you do it more to the point that you get really good.
And it might take you a few months to find it too.
It will. Oh, it will.
As they do, they get hooked. Like it's immediate. Like
and then you'll probably run across it and you won't even realize it. And you'll kind of go like a little, like you'll do a little bit, but then the next time it rolls around, you'll have the experience from the last time, and you'll just take over.
Yeah, and like the only way you can shortcut that is by existing in the community just with a ton of sheer force, the way all of us did. Yeah. Basically, like because you're just gonna attract people. Like we've gotten, I'd say. Let's call like a DM conversation, like 10 minutes, like thousands and thousands of dollars of free consulting over the years just for like existing and being out there just because no one else is. So it's so
unemployment club.
The people that exactly. Yeah. I mean, you helping me back in the day. I remember like I swiped up on your story on my page and I was like, dude, come to Pennsylvania. And you're like, oh yeah, right. And then we ended up actually hanging out like a few months.
Do you see any patterns of footwear tends to be returned less? Men's shoes are way less returned. So I think somebody else even asked about that.
Yeah,
return rate for men's clothing. Yeah.
Yeah, the more casual, the better, I'd say too.
Yeah. Like think about the types of products people already know what size they are.
What up, Dimmy? Dude, Prime Day sales. Oh, this boy David is a Chad scaler. My boy's gonna be doing 100K a month by the end of it. He's one of my coaching guys. Absolute Chad scaler. He posts these huge box screenshots in our group, and he's in New Hampshire too, so he's got the no sales tax, but certified Chad scale right there. Where y'all stand for ASD? No, you only book travel same week. You don't book travel. Booking travel in advance is how you pay way more and over plan, and then you get inferior service. Like the majority of the hotels I've booked in my life, I booked same day, and they've all been free right there. So I wouldn't necessarily say same day, but yeah, booking travel in advance is how you spend way too much money. Well, now that I think about it, you guys are resellers. Like you guys will be deal hunting the way you should be and everything. But yeah, use multi-channel fulfillment. No, however, I could see how that could be a sick operation with the right setup. But then again, multi-channel fulfillment, you do have to pay fees twice. You do have to pay fees twice. I didn't really think of that. Like if it's eBay and stuff.
Yeah, that's like if you were grinding, only doing Amazon, you get a warehouse, you do only FBM on Amazon, you cross post on Walmart, and you make a ton of money, but you work really hard.
So how's that work? You still pay the 15% sale referral fee on Amazon? Do you pay the
like
FBA
you
fees?
would list the same items on both platforms.
Right. But
so you have full control of the inventory. He's talking about.
Okay. I'm thinking at Amazon FBA. What Miles is talking about.
that would be hard to make profit. I'm just saying that would be the optimal. Like right now is FBM like crazy, Walmart and Amazon.
But I was explaining this to Taylor the other day. How does that work? Like you have your items at FBA, you do multi-channel fulfillment. You pay FBA fees and the referral fee just like normal. Do they honor the 2-day
You'd have to
shipping?
hold some back.
I just remembered who Vic was. My bad, Vic. Yeah, no, bro, Vic, just the setup you had in Miami was fire. That really was fire. You guys fucked it with those Airbnbs. Yeah. Remember that one night we had me, you, Jimmy, and Billy in the same room? I think there were like 15 people sleeping on those 4 bedrooms, like the top floor. Because let's see, so we had 4 in ours, and then Reezy and Austin.
I like that when we go to business conferences, it's like the most we rough it.
That is facts. That is facts. Yeah. Biggest leading indicator to focus on for a beginner: the amount of other Amazon sellers that have heard your voice and seen your face and you talk to on a day-to-day basis. You are the product of the 5 Amazon sellers you talk to the most, and most people talk to none, right? So they have to make all the mistakes on their own. They have to find all the opportunity on their own, and you're really handicapping yourself and everything. Yeah, that hot tub was good too, bro. Have you done any jigging when buying products, man? Have I done any jigging? That's like the game. Yeah, that's all of it, man. Big time. For anyone who's curious what that means like changing your address to get around order cancels, or changing your name, or using a different payment method and such.
We got Pecan Street Cookie Company in the house out of Austin, Texas. They made my go-to lister shirts. So big shout out to them.
Those are fire cookies.
They made restricted inventory swag.
Yep.
We'll probably get them to do. We got all of our Miami Sellers Conference swag for free last year. It didn't land on time. So we got all of it for free.
Of course it did, Avery.
We have it next year. All free. Like $2,000 worth of hats.
Oh, the hat. Oh, I can get that. Yeah.
We got hats embroidered.
Pop a little Warner, let the ponytail down, hit the hat on. We buy large quantities from Hibbett. Unfortunately, Hibbett is one of those only sites that really, really cancels heavy, and it's very, very unavoidable. Unfortunately, so I'd recommend not doing that. I do at max 10 in the morning, 10 at night.
I remember Billy Flips made a reel about Hibbett last year. He was like really upset.
Yeah, we need like 18 months ago B Flips back.
Yeah, the ego is it's just ballooned out of this world. like
we need Billy Flips to post more.
He's Twitter.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah. How come? Oh, Chewy cancels too, man. Yeah, unfortunately, Chewy.
You're either in their graces or you're not. Like,
I'm finding backpack leads that seem very good, with the exception that the off-guys increased a lot. Just FBM them. If you can get them in hand.
You guys are. At least Miles and Warner, I think you are too. You're Twitter people. What's your opinion on Threads as a whole? Does the Twitter community hate Threads?
Oh no, it's cool. I mean, I haven't joined it yet, but people are excited about it. Yeah.
You haven't joined it yet?
Oh, I haven't joined it now. No.
Oh,
dude, you got to join it now, because everyone who goes over is going to automatically follow you. So like you're gonna get benefits for being the first.
Yeah, you need to do it like ASAP.
Threads.
Yeah, because anytime someone activates their Threads, they automatically follow you.
Oh, that's
not retroactively. So you missed like probably 10,000 follows on Threads.
That's lit. Okay, cool, fire. Okay, sweet.
It was funny. At least day one, they didn't have an ability for you to accept all, and it took me like a while to set up. So I had to manually accept like 1,000 follow requests. I was just sitting there eating, just spamming the accept button.
Wow.
So I have to hop off. Are you guys interested in staying on?
I gotta go too.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Thank you guys for tapping in.
Almost done with my food.
Yeah, really solid stream. We got 130 of you guys or so in here right now. So thank you guys.
Hit the subscribe button if you guys aren't subscribed to Miles. Go subscribe to Miles. Fields of Profit.
Yeah, Fields of Profit. Romer the Romer. Make sure you're following all these guys on all socials right there. Love you guys.
If you guys need a jumping off point, go watch a reverse sourcing video, get a seller amp free trial, and let me know. Send me a Discord DM if you found your first product tonight.
Yes, sir.
I want to hear from you guys.
Kings and queens.
Peace out, fam.